like a thunderbolt of knowledge. Now comes the Torts Lightning Review.
Lightning Review!
This episode, Negligence per se.
Now we'll talk about this last standard. It's the plaintiff's choice. Negligence per se, which means negligence as such, or negligence in itself. Not a very helpful name. You can't really judge it by its name. Negligence per se is when we borrow a regulation or a statute and use what it requires as the standard to measure the defendant's conduct by. This is an alternative which can make the plaintiff's case easier to prove. They don't have to argue to the jury what's reasonable. They can say, hey, there's an on-point regulation or statute that already requires the defendant to do this. They didn't do it. We should use that as the standard and just say that they're negligent without having to debate about it anymore. In order for the plaintiff to be able to do negligence per se, however, they have to pass a test. The class of persons, class of risks test. It's not that hard, but you have to apply the test. First you ask, was the plaintiff within the class of persons the statute or regulation was designed to protect? Second, you ask, was the harm to the plaintiff within the class of risks the statute or regulation was meant to address? So if we have a car accident, your car collides with mine, I sue you, and it turns out that you're driving with expired registration. You haven't gotten your new license plate stickers.
My bad.
And I say to the jury, hey, this person shouldn't have been driving this car at all because it's got expired registration. Can I use that as the standard of care and just win on breach that way? Hold on. We've got to do the class of persons, class of risk test. Was the plaintiff among the persons that the statute or regulation was designed to protect? The law that requires you to pay a registration fee for your vehicle is really to help the state raise money. It's really a way of collecting tax revenue. So no, they don't refuse a registration if someone's a dangerous driver. So no, it's not that. How about the class of risks? Now the risk is that the state doesn't collect their registration money. It's not that people might be injured by cars because they could just pay the money and then drive. So that wouldn't pass the class of persons, class of risk test, and I couldn't use that for negligence per se. But if there's a regulation that says if you're driving at night, you have to have your headlights on, then
So dark.
you didn't do that. I can say, yeah, as another person driving, the headlight law is designed to protect me, and you running into me because you don't see me or I don't see you, that's among the risks that it's designed to protect against. Then I would be able to use negligence per se.